What's going on, everybody? And welcome to another episode of the Nom Syndicate podcast. You're sitting here with Frank and Quincy.
Yep.
And today, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, we're gonna kind of go into we're gonna explore the kitchen as a classroom, as it were. But before we get too far into this, how's your week? How is everything going?
Oh man, you know.
Is it going?
It's hectic, man.
That good, huh?
It's hectic at my crib.
Quincy's
It's a long story at my crib. It's hectic.
Quincy's got a lot going on.
A lot going on.
He's got a lot going on.
Man, trying to figure out this weather, man. Dang, can we get some? Can it just snow?
Yeah.
Can it just go on and do that and get it out the way?
Yeah. Here's the
It's
situation.
that Midwest life, boy.
We're a little bit ahead, so we released these episodes on Sunday.
Yeah.
So y'all are gonna get this in like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Is it 4 days? Friday, Saturday, Sunday? 3 days.
Yeah. Something like
Wait,
that.
what is today? Today's Wednesday.
Today Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. I can't even count. I don't even know what day it is. This is a problem.
Happy Black History Month. Drinking Hennessy.
Yeah. There we go. Quincy's already breaking everything in. He's got the Hennessy out. He's throwing it down.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a massive mega hype on the weather channels everywhere. All the news, all the news syndicate, everything.
Man, I thought I was gonna be driving home from work in a damn blizzard, like blinding ice. I thought I was like about to have to be pushing my stuff.
I
thought I was going to hunker down somewhere.
Oh yeah, mass hysteria over how much snow is going to happen, and it's so bad that yesterday, last night, they canceled schools for today.
Yeah,
it hasn't even
they canceled
snowed
for 3 days.
What?
Yeah.
So it's canceled just like for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it didn't even snow today.
It is 42 degrees out at the time that I broadcast.
It was 60.
Yeah, that wasn't good. And let's just paint the picture. It is 4:38 p.m. At this very moment that we are recording this here podcast, and there is no snow or ice.
Snow.
Not even close.
No snow, no ice, no nothing.
And people are losing
It's rained.
their absolute shit.
Yeah.
I feel like COVID's kind of taking a back seat, and now the news is like, how can we grab everybody's attention?
Yeah.
We need a monster snowstorm to scare the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And they are. I went to the store, the grocery store. Let me give a specific on what store I went to.
Yeah, let them know.
I went to the grocery store, and people were losing their shit. They were doing the typical Midwest thing.
Yeah.
They're buying all, like, I saw so many people, and they had, like, only things in their cart, milk and bread. I'm like, you're buying the most perishable shit there is.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And then also, they're like, there was like nothing at the store anyway, which is just, supply chain stuff. That's like the umbrella term that everybody likes to throw out. Supply chain issues. Really, like, that's kind of like been a kind of umbrella thing, like for people that like run businesses
Like,
and do this
we
stuff.
just can't get nothing. So it's a supply chain.
Yeah, but it's not even that. It's anybody that's actually fucking up too is just like, it's a supply chain.
I forgot to order it, but supply chain.
Right. That's exactly it. You're like, it's kind of awesome in some regards because like if something is like kind of there's a mistake, like, supply chain.
Yeah.
But
Walmart ain't missing those. Ain't missing that money.
Yeah, you
now
want to know
some
why?
a little joint is, but Walmart ain't missing that.
Yeah, but that's because Walmart employs their own truckers. The only people that are getting screwed over in this situation are people that rely on third-party shit. Like Target's not missing their shit because you know what? They got their own truckers.
Yeah.
They everybody's like got their supply chain from A to B. Like anybody that's like, hey, we need to hire some independent.
Yeah.
They're not getting anything. No. You're not getting your shit. But the people that hire and they pay everybody, that seems to be what's going on. But that's a long way. The weather is not as bad as it's being hyped.
I still get to wear my boots and my hoodies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it ain't cold.
No.
It ain't cold. It's warm. Like, it's warm out today.
Yeah. I don't have kids yet. I got a kid in process. The download is still pending.
Yeah.
I'm at about 86%.
It's marinating.
Yeah.
It's marinating.
That download bar is at about 86%. It's like ticking away. And, so I'm
it's
not,
like Real Player when you used to download stuff on LimeWire and you got to wait for that Real Player to
it goes real fast in the beginning and in the end it just takes forever.
Yeah, like that last 1% is, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Slacking.
It's taken. My wife would be listening. She's like, oh, don't you even.
You know what I told you.
I'm sorry, honey.
You know what I told you.
I don't remember.
It's easy. They just be complaining, man.
Oh,
it's
you're going to get in trouble. All right. Anybody that wants to make hate mail out, it's nomsyndicate@gmail.com.
I told my
Address it to Quincy.
oldest this. I told my woman this. I don't know what they complaining about. They came out of us first.
Oh my God.
I didn't complain.
I'm gonna look out the window to make sure nothing's gonna break in here.
I didn't complain when it happened.
If my wife runs up the stairs and starts yelling at us, I'm jumping out that window.
I'm just playing. I'm sorry. I'm gone. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you gotta go home. She listens to this and gives you notes. You're in trouble. Yeah, Ashley's coming after you. You're done. But since I don't have any kids in school yet, I guess I haven't felt the full breadth of the issue that comes with these like e-learning and studies. It seems extremely disruptive.
Listen, man, I got off work. I work 12-hour shifts. I work 6 to 6. I come home. It's about almost 7 when I get home. On days like today, well, my woman works days, so she works up until about 5. Yeah. So that's we never see each other pretty much until I get a day off.
It's like a relay.
Yeah, hey, So
I'm out.
I got the kids throughout the day. Now I got 2 that go to school. Well, 3 now. I got 3 that go to school and 2 that stay home.
All right.
Okay. The 3 that go to school. It's like, yeah, go to school.
Yeah.
Go to school, please.
Yeah.
And then the other 2, one's 3 and one's 1, about to be 2, I think. So I got to battle to kind of like, let me go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
you are outnumbered.
I got to try to put one to sleep. One can kind of be okay, but the older one will want to wake the baby one up. So I'm like, oh, come on now.
You are outnumbered.
But today, I mean, I got off at 6 today. I went to sleep for about 30 minutes or something, maybe an hour.
Oh, yeah.
And then I had to get up. This e-learning, I got to get my oldest. She can handle herself. It ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? She got the e-learning stuff handled. That girl 17 now, high school. These 6-year-olds, I got to sit there and make sure they getting on to the stuff they supposed to do. Make sure they paying attention to these teachers when it's time. When they ain't in front of the teacher, like on the little Zoom call.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I got to make sure they doing their homework on there and certain times, because I was like, oh, maybe it's just something they talk to them and then like they do homework the rest of the time. No, it's like they really got it scheduled. Like, okay, at 8 or like 8 something, 9 o'clock, they on there on a Zoom thing, and then they got some homework stuff in the middle, and then or assignments in the middle, and then like at 12 or 11 they got another one. Then at 1 something they might have something, and at 2 something they might have something where they gotta like actually talk to a teacher and interact. I'm like, I can't go to sleep. I can't do nothing.
See, that's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how that happens.
And then I gotta keep a baby and a toddler from getting all in their business while they doing all this too.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So see, for the listeners that don't have kids that are just like, I don't see what the big deal is.
It's a deal.
It's obnoxious. This is obnoxious. Like, this is a lot of things. And it's not any better for teachers either, because the teachers don't like it.
And especially to call in a snow day on a day that it didn't snow. Or anything but rain.
Look,
this is a rain day.
We are very much at the point where we're all about preventatives.
Yeah.
Like, let's react before there's anything to react
There's
about.
no such thing as a snow day anymore for kids either. Like, there's no such thing as missing school, because they have to. Since they did old. That, since they did now. That, they can't miss any school. Right. It's like on a snow day, you be like, oh, you get a break from school today. No, still got to go to school. See, just at your crib.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And like, I keep saying that I'm old in this mainly because like I literally am to the point now that like, you know, when everybody's like, I used to go to school in 10 feet of snow.
I used to walk 30 miles to go to school in the blizzards.
Right. But like, they didn't give a shit about us when we were going to school, apparently. No. Like, and they did, but I mean, it's relative. Yeah. Like, I remember having to wait, like, I have to walk a block to a bus stop, and then like, it'd be like negatives outside. There'd be a bunch of snow. You'd just be freezing your ass off.
Now, if it's like freezing temperatures, they'd call off school.
Yeah, it's like child abuse if you send your kid out there.
And I used to have to wait on the bus forever.
I know. Now I'm thinking back, I'm like, man, I was abused. It wasn't even that bad, but it sucked.
Yeah, can we sue?
Maybe.
Who would we do?
I think the statute of limitations is come and gone. I think I'm old enough that's probably not going to fly. I remember one time I was trying to be a smart ass when I was a kid. It was like big surprise. But like the bus was coming, there's this big ass tree, like super wide tree, like down by the bus stop. It was cold as shit. And I was in this, like, I remember being in a winter coat and stuff, and I was like, man, I'm not wanting to go to school today.
Yeah.
What happens if I hide on the side of this tree and just kind of rotate as the bus goes around?
Mm-hmm.
The bus drivers are never going to see. They're going to think
Yeah.
I'm out here, and they're going to leave. They did. And then I was like, shit, it's winter out, and I've got nowhere to go. Yeah. So I had to take my sad ass back home and be like, Mom, I missed the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how?
Yeah.
There's literally no
I'd have
way.
came up with something. I'd be like, I was in line, and as soon as the person in front of me got on, they just took off.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal: is like I stayed down there for a while before I came back. I was like, man, I'm not doing that. I was like, man, it's cold.
I remember walking to school one time, trying to be cool with one of my homies, and they was like, let's just walk. I'm like, all right. You know, when you little and driving to school, it don't seem that far.
No, but it's
like,
a long way.
Yes. I was like, man, let's go. We can walk. I remember seeing the bus pass us, and I was like,
like we are gonna die out here.
I was like, I'm over there panicking, like, sucker, do you know where the school is? Like,
we are
it's
going
taking
to
forever.
die out
like,
here.
I'm not seeing the usual points, the usual spots now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That speed is not the same.
I was so sad too because I relied on breakfast, breakfast and
you
lunch.
Missed it.
Oh, I missed breakfast, and they used to make these like elephant ear kind of. They was like a donut. It was almost like a cinnamon bun, but I think they considered them elephant ears, but they had like this icing on top of them. Oh my God, that was the business, baby.
Yeah, man.
And remember that little graham cracker with the peanut butter and the grape jelly? It was like a graham cracker sandwich joint.
We didn't get that.
Oh, them joints was
or
fire,
if we did,
man.
and I just didn't get one.
Oh, they was fire.
Man, I never ate breakfast at school. I had
See, well, that's why you didn't get it.
Yeah. See, that's why. I took the
Because I'm
bus.
sure they had it.
I didn't even know breakfast was a thing at school.
Oh, see, man.
I did not get the memo, and now I'm mad. Can I sue about that?
Can you sue about it?
Can I sue? Who am I suing?
Yeah, who we suing today?
See, this is why everything's the way it is. It's because everybody sues
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm trying to sue. Can we cancel?
Yeah.
We can go back and cancel.
That school's
That's
already
the thing.
canceled, man.
Oh,
You can't even do half the shit in school that
This
we
was
used
at
to do.
Sutton, too. It's gone. Sutton ain't the thing.
Yeah, I'll
was
tell
it
you.
a storage?
At our school, man, there would be there'd be food. Like I remember there being like lunches and stuff, but it'd be like kind of sad. Like I don't know how many of you guys got the weird burritos. And you would eat the skin of the burrito, but you didn't really want to mess with the inside.
Yeah.
You just kind of like cannibalize the outside.
I didn't really like the burritos, but I do remember that like they had a breakfast burrito and the skin, like that tortilla shell was nice.
It was the only good part of it.
Yeah.
You left the inside out of it. You just ate the skin off it like some sadistic monster. You were like, nah.
Through high school, I only ate pizza. If they didn't have pizza, I would eat something else like nachos or something, but I only ate pizza. And I would get fries and put it on top of my pizza. Eat it like that every rib, man.
Man, here's the thing.
Every day. And milk. Why do you give us pizza and milk? Why?
That's
the dumb combination.
That sounds really bad for you being lactose intolerant. It sounds like you had a bad day. Yeah. A great bad day.
Yeah.
See, man, we had this situation where like you'd bring like 50 cents to school or whatever, like, and that also tells you how old I am because you can't buy shit with 50 cents anymore.
No.
But back then, if you brought this stuff to school, like they would have like the school lunch, but if you played your cards right, you would have access to these giant ass cookies or cinnamon rolls, these big ass things. Yeah. And like you'd buy that and you'd go stash that thing in your locker and you'd be like every passing period you go in there and you like break
you off a little chunk.
Yeah, man. And you'd just be like going to town, or you'd buy like 3 or 4 cookies and then like by like 6th period, everybody's like completely out. They've exhausted their resources and you're like, I got some things for sale. I was hustling from like day one. I was like, I'll give you half a cookie. What do you got?
Yeah.
And let's see what's in there. What do you want to try?
You got some extra pencils?
Yeah. Let's
I done broke
do
mine.
this. You got comic books?
Yeah.
What do you have in there? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And Marvel cards were all hot shit, so I remember be trading for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Hey, I had some school thinking about this. This some I don't even remember what we talking about now. But hey, school was stupid. Like why did we have gym in school? Like I get it, but I gotta put my regular ass clothes on and get back to, like I wasn't showering at school after gym. Not after regular gym.
Nah, see, this is a
It's
food
like
podcast.
you had to get right back to class.
And that's the nastiest part
and you know
about
what?
it.
Every once in a while I wear me some dope dickies with my cons. And then I have like an ass sweat line on my little khaki colored dickies. Like I get done with gym, I go to math class after
That's
this.
funny.
And now every time I stand up, I got an ass crack line. I'm
Yeah.
cheering everybody like, dang, Quincy, you hot, homie?
Yeah, all I remember.
I got gym. You got gym too. Let me see your chair.
All I remember is that Man, nobody had a towel that didn't smell like mildew in a dude's.
Yeah,
because nobody takes them home.
Nobody takes them home.
Nobody takes them home.
You got swimming class, boy, them towels are stinking.
I was talking to Lauren, like my wife, and she was like, yeah, she was like telling me how like girls always take their for the most part take their shit home.
Yeah.
I was like, a dude will bring one towel.
Yeah.
That's the only towel they're gonna have.
You smell like mildew the rest of the day.
All the time.
If you got swimming first period, boy, you're smelling like mildew the rest of the day.
The rest of the day. This is how it's gonna be.
I know a couple of times. I remember forgetting to put on deodorant. I'm like, oh, like, and you never remember until you got to school and that little bead of sweat drop. You like, oh, you get that jump like a bad fart. You get that type of jump, like, oh.
You're gonna go into the bathroom and try to find the hand soap, try to work it out.
Oh, you trying to make sure nobody sees. Let me do this in a passing period. Let me get out of class. Let me get a little slip so I can go up in here and wash my armpits and rub it with this paper towel.
It's a horrible time to be alive.
Yeah.
It's a high school.
I'm going through puberty, baby.
Yeah, it's terrible.
My voice changing. My pits are sweating.
Yeah, you try to forget middle school. All y'all, anybody that's young and in there dealing with that stuff, you're probably not listening to this podcast. But also, if you are, just don't take it so seriously because you're gonna forget.
Yeah, you're gonna forget, and then you're gonna remember later and laugh.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hilarious because everybody dealt with that shit in a weird way. It's whack.
Yeah, everybody stank.
That is a fact. Now here's the situation. You know, we're talking about classrooms. We're talking about school. We're talking about all this stuff. And the reason we're talking about all that stuff is because the kitchen is actually one of the most awesome classrooms of all time.
Yeah.
The best. You probably can learn the most. I mean, it's the coolest room in the house.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It is the lab. It is like chemistry. It's everything that you could possibly learn. Can take place in the kitchen. I feel like, you know, we've talked about this before, that you can migrate, like usually two ways people usually go. They usually get into the garage. They start getting mechanical.
Yeah.
Or they get in the kitchen. Now, I've migrated with the kitchen because when you're done, you can eat that shit.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
You can't really share too much, like with what you're working on. No,
that's for you.
Yeah.
That's for you, and that's it.
I'm not into it. You know, that's just.
Yeah.
I'm trying to eat what I'm done
I kind of wish I learned it, but I'm happy I did.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm glad that people do learn it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that people do it because
I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I know nothing about cars.
I don't know nothing about it. I air my tires. I barely want to do that.
For real though. But so today, I guess what we're going to try to do is try to focus a number of episodes around certain contexts and certain lessons that you can take away from the kitchen. And one of the first ones that I would think that is very important that you learn in kitchens, like I learned cooking through hanging out with like my grandma and stuff, and you know, she wasn't the most experimental cook by any means. She was definitely a recipe follower.
Yeah.
Like
she was probably consistent.
Oh, super consistent, but like it was always recipe based. Like everything was like, there wasn't like, I wasn't taught methods. It was like, okay, let's get into the card catalog and just go through all these 3x5 cards that they'd written down, like because you couldn't just snap a photo or something. Like you had to write it all down. So like the first one I think that's really fun and important is you know, risk analysis in a kitchen, like learning to take risks, learning how to make calculated risks. Especially if you're learning fundamentals and you've learned fundamentals, like you understand, like, you know,
you got to troubleshoot.
Yeah, basic cooking techniques. Once you got some stuff down, like you follow a couple recipes, you learn a couple of techniques, you understand why the techniques work. Then it's about pushing some boundaries.
Yeah. Then you like, let me take this out.
Yeah,
and see what happens.
But
you know what I mean?
I also feel like some people. I mean, it's how you interact with your kitchen too that's also important. Like some people, I think, in the kitchen, they. You know, I know people that it's very relaxing for them to just kind of turn off and follow a recipe.
Yeah.
And that like makes them feel good because they're like everything like is in its place. You have your whole mise en place. You have like all of the
it's less stressful because you know exactly what needs to happen and when it needs to happen.
Right. So you're just methodically taking all this.
When you're doing that free form jazz up in that kitchen, you're like.
But no, I'm the opposite though, man. Like I get stressed out when there are instructions.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like rereading it, like, did I do that right? Man. Is that the way that's supposed to be?
For real
like,
though, yeah.
I have a weird form of recipe amnesia. Like I'll read step 1 and 2, and then I'll go back and read it again because I think I didn't do it right. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I need to read it again. I'm like, this is taking me 10 times as long because I'm worried that I'm missing something on the recipe. So I can see multiple different approaches and how it makes you chill out. And I guess it also depends on how you learn how to cook. Are you somebody? The same thing happens with musicians. Like I have a very extensive music background, and musicians are a lot the same way. There's people that learn how to read music, and they can play like nobody's business, but they can't improvise to save their life.
Yeah.
Like if you take the page away, they're not doing it. They can play scales. They can play keys.
They can
do
play
all
what
this
they
stuff.
remember.
Yeah.
They can't throw a little.
But they're not
sauce on
free forming on them. And so like the same thing happens, I think, in kitchens, because like with people that learn how to cook is like you can learn how to cook, and if you learn, you can memorize a ton of recipes and then just execute them whenever you need to. That's genius. That's awesome. But like if they have to improvise, it throws kind of like a wrench into things. And there's like every color in between, like every shade in between, because people can, you know, there's not just one or the other. There's a lot of different makeups of this. But, you know, essentially the whole thing in the kitchen is whatever the youth calls it, you know, fuck around and find out. That's like literally what's going on. They're going in there, you're going to do something, see what happens. And kind of that's roughly how I kind of learned how to cook. I mean, like you make a bunch of things. You kind of, even now, if I use a recipe, I'll pull it up and I'll read it. Yeah. And I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, what are they doing? I'll be like, what? Okay, I'll get the techniques. I'll kind of figure it out. I'll see what kind of spices they're using. Then I'm like, okay, guideline.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, let me create something. Kind of thinking what's going on here.
I remember that reminded me. I did these cinnamon rolls before. Now I didn't tweak a dope Cinnabon recipe.
Yeah.
Now, I was like, after I did it a whole bunch and got it to perfection or how I feel is pretty perfect for me to do it.
Lots of butter, lots of cinnamon, lots of everything.
I tried a strawberry joint. And I was like, let me play around. This is that taking a risk. Oh, it was all soggy in the middle.
Oh yeah, it happens.
But it was good. But it just didn't get done just because it's all kind of. I learned. You know what I mean? But you know that's when I'm taking risks. It's like, especially it sucks when you take so much time with it, because like anything with a dough, and a dough that has to be proofed for a certain amount of time, you're like, you done wasted all that time, or you got that feeling. So it can be crushing, but you just gotta take it.
Yeah, baking's an interesting one though, because like you said, there's so much invested in the time and the setup, and it's cool, but like you know, it takes a lot of practice to be an experienced baker that can just make shit up. Yeah, because you know they know subtleties that you don't even know. Because like with baking, a lot of things, it's little nudges. It's not like big bold moves like you can make when you're just cooking straight up. Like it's something real tiny. They're like, oh, here's this just subtle change. And you're like, that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, and then it does, and you're like, shit, I didn't even know.
Or timing, like when it comes to proofing, you can overproof stuff.
Yes, you can.
You know what I mean? Or underproof. So it's like how it cooks can be just all messed up, and not how you want it, just because of timing.
Experience. It's everything else. The one thing I think that cooking is really good at teaching people is like practice. Just you may not be good at something right away. It's very rare that you're gonna be good at something right away. Like when you see somebody that's just like baking stuff and turning out baller loaves and stuff like that all the time
they
on
got
Instagram.
Some time behind it.
Yeah, they have put in some hours. You have not seen what they've fucked up, which is a lot of stuff. Yeah. They hid that shit. It's gone. Now you're just seeing the polished stuff now, and they're throwing it down.
I remember I was first doing steaks. This is before I started making the beautiful steaks I make now. Man, I was buying them. I didn't know it was too much difference with stuff. But you remember Marsh had them like $20 pack joints?
Oh yeah, where tons of like thin boys.
Joints. Yeah, I was trying, and they would like, you cook them and they like turn into a bowl.
Yep.
I remember cooking them and trying to baste them like a damn steak before. I was like, that ain't cooking the same as like a good actual steak. Or throw it on the grill, it's still turned into the damn bowl. You're like, how can I prevent this? But it's just
like,
different.
Don't buy that.
But you don't know if you ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just thinking steak is steak. That's what it says, steak on there.
And the thing is with the internet and as many cooking shows and as many YouTube videos as you have,
you got a lot of reference now.
Easy now. Like people like, and it's not even trying to hate that hard, but if you're saying you can't figure something out, you are not trying.
Yeah, no.
You're really not. There are so many things on the internet to help you make, like, just help make the whole process easy. I mean, I just learned how to fix a dryer.
Yeah.
I watched literal minutes of YouTube videos on dryers.
And now you're a professional.
I'm an expert.
You can open a shop.
Yeah, call me up.
Yeah.
But
you know how many TVs I fixed?
Yeah. But only if it's a Whirlpool and it's old.
Yeah.
It's got to be old. I don't got the new dryers. You people with the stackable dryers and stackable washing machines.
Yeah.
Nah, son. Mine came with my house.
Yeah.
And it is old. I had to look it up, man. So it's
yellow. It's got that patina on it.
It's got a patina. And I think it had the original owner's dog hair inside of it. And I cleaned all that out. But here's the thing, is it's a roper. Mm-hmm. I've never heard of that shit.
A roper.
Roper.
The hell's that?
That's a terrible name for anything. But more importantly, it's an old ass dryer. And it's like the value time Whirlpool. That's what it means. Like, so like you open these things up, and
they
I was
probably
like,
got it in a catalog too.
Oh,
I bet that's
sure.
a catalog dryer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it had the wiring diagram taped inside of it, and that paper is yellow.
Oh yeah.
It is old.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. They all are the same. And that's what I don't even understand. Like generics now, it's like the pieces are supposed to be like slightly cheaper or whatnot.
Yeah.
I literally have to buy Whirlpool replacement parts for this thing.
Yeah.
That's not a Whirlpool.
Not Whirlpool. Yeah.
I don't understand.
They don't change nothing but the face of a washer anymore.
Can we talk about how
Or a dryer.
simple a dryer is? And this belongs on a cooking show because it's basically a toaster and a leaf blower put together.
Yeah.
And then they just have like a tumbler.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's just a giant frame. I remember I took my washer apart, and it was just like the whole face just like like what? I thought everything was connected. I'm thinking all kind of stuff, all kind of mechanics. It's like just a big metal frame with a spinning thing in it. That's it.
I saw the belt that drives that dryer around, and I was questioning everything in my entire life. I was like, they don't want you to see this. It was like a shoestring wrapped around that thing. Yeah. And that thing spins so fast.
It's like you can get in there and just be like yourself.
And with how fast that damn thing spins, I'm like, this is all that's keeping it in here?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's clockwork in there, man. It's clockwork in there somewhere.
It's terrifying.
There's like little trolls or gnomes, somebody in there.
There is there's like
Wonkas.
I was looking it up.
There's
like 3 problems.
Or they ain't Wonkas. What are them things called?
Oompa
Loompas.
There's
Oompa Loompas in there. Wonka. Yeah.
Quincy hasn't slept in a number of days.
I ain't slept in it's been a minute. I'm tired.
He's a little sleepy.
Wonka.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like getting back to like the kitchen and stuff, like it can teach you that there's nothing that you can't accomplish. Yeah. All it needs to teach you is that there is a mindset for accomplishing anything. Once you get into the mindset that like there's not many people smarter. Yeah. There's not that many people that are like it's easy to contextualize that things get done by people that are just like super genius and you don't know what's going on. No, they've made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. And anyone can really do almost anything if they just apply themselves.
And the over genius cooks, they stuff is stupid.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
It just gets a little bougie. Dumb.
It's meant for looks. They eventually, after you've mastered cooking, it turns into an art form, and their main goal is presentation, not so much taste. Yeah, it's mostly presentation,
and it's about getting bougier and more rare ingredients that normal people can't get, and then combining those, and that's kind of cool because you get to taste different things together. But like, you don't have to. That's not necessary.
Not many unseasoned Wagyu steaks I've watched, or just unseasoned steaks. Period. I'm like, I need some type of seasoning on my steak. At least salt and pepper. Yeah. I don't want my salt at the end. I want it cooked with my shit.
If there's a restaurant that's claiming that their steaks are so good they don't need seasoning, they're wrong.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely wrong.
I get places who value their meat, the taste of their meat, just because.
Yeah, they don't put ketchup on the table.
I get it. But I like seasoning on my stuff. You know what I mean? I like some, and I ain't saying go crazy. Salt ain't crazy.
No, salt is not crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Is necessary.
At least I ain't saying to baste it with butter and garlic and herbs, but at least salt.
I agree.
I don't care how good the cook on that steak.
You don't got to do that salt-based stuff. That's
it's stupid.
That's just a little
I don't want none of his forearm hair on my.
I think
did he watch his
off,
forearms too? Because I'm telling you, that salt running all down the elbow. Listen, man.
Man, I hope he has a white T-shirt sponsor because I guarantee you he goes through them shits.
Yeah.
He's like walking around all that stuff. He's got this white, like sparkling bleach white T-shirt on. Impossible. Like there is no way. I can't even have white shoes. I can barely have white socks.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't work.
I got black tube socks on right now because I don't trust myself.
I got gray. I think they were black, but now they're kind of gray.
Yeah.
It's all right. They're faded. It's great. Yeah, I don't have anything that's light colored like that because it's just going to get messy.
Yeah.
I'm a messy individual.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I live in an imperfect, messy world.
Yeah, man.
It's all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how he pulls that shit off. That guy's playing with knives too much.
Yeah, he do be. Yeah. He be playing. I can't help but watch it, though.
I cringe. You see him talk?
I'm kind of done. Yeah.
What is with the thing? That's not how he talks, is it?
Well, with the
side mouth, where it's like,
I think that's cappuccino.
I'm like, why?
I think he just started. He making a thing. I don't know. That's not how he talks.
So it's just marketing. He's gotten real good with just making it real dumb.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. He fit though. He ripped shit.
I watch some of his workout videos, man. Every once in a while, that makes me jealous. I'm like stretching my back right now because it hurts.
He's sore just sitting.
Yeah, I'm just sitting down.
Sore talking about him working out.
He'll be doing shit, and I'm like, God damn, what are you doing?
Yeah, that boy fit. He keeps up an image.
He came a long way, talking shit, but also respect.
Oh yeah, 100%. We ain't doing it.
You came
I wish
out
I'd
of
have poured salt on some shit.
Yeah, you came out of he's a butcher. And he just worked his way up.
Mm-hmm. I think is Israeli maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure. All I know.
He's something. Because him and that, I think they Turkish. I think he Turkish.
I think you're probably right.
Because I think that smiling dude I think he's Turkish too.
OCZN or whatever his name is. I don't know what
I think they're both Turkish. I might be tripping.
More importantly though, how many outtakes do you think are in his videos?
Which one, the dude that don't be looking at nothing? That just be like,
no, Captain White shirts.
Oh, that's probably a lot.
Dude, because he's always like flipping stuff around.
Yeah. I think the table stuff is one shot, but the stuff behind the scenes is he did a couple shots.
Here's the shit that I'm over with though. Like putting the gold leaf flake on shit is old.
Man, it's stupid.
He's like, hey man, I've got this baller ass cappuccino. Let me put gold flake on it. Yeah, because that's gross. You literally are just putting money on it. You might as well just put pennies in your.
It's done putting it on meat.
Get
that shit off of there.
He gets a steak and he just dabs it in a bunch of gold leaf. I'm like, wait, it'll ruin everything.
Yeah, put some salt on there.
Yeah.
That's what you can do.
Yeah,
Put salt on it.
Gold.
Yeah.
Next, he's going to be sprinkling mercury.
Yeah.
Just Googling.
Yeah. After a while, all that can't be good for you.
You ever had a mercury fried steak?
Constipated.
Yeah.
With a gold nugget.
Yeah, Dookie
gold
Sparkle.
Nugget. Dookie Sparkle, baby.
Yeah, man. Gold leaf and anything just drives me nuts. I just get mad at it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Is that classist?
No,
you're
it's
mad at
just,
gold.
It's stupid. That's all. It's like a dumb thing.
I feel like it's like gold waste. Like it's like if you go somewhere and like you getting furniture and they're just sprinkling sawdust on it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the sawdust.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Like nobody's doing that.
It's just dumb, man. It's dumb.
I'm not a big jewelry guy.
It's just about image.
Respect to the people that actually enjoy jewelry, and it is a craft.
And enjoy eating gold.
Respect.
Yeah.
But that ain't me.
Maybe I'm just hating because I can't afford to eat a gold covered.
You think
steak.
that's what it is?
Nah.
You think that's what it is?
Nope. No, that ain't it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't own a lot of jewelry, man. I have one.
I got
ring.
this.
That's it.
Yeah, me too. We got the same one. Where'd you go? No,
I think we got the same one. I went to Indy, man. We went to this place. It was all right. There's what's their name now? Diamonds Direct. Not a sponsor.
I have no idea where we got mine.
This place is legit. You walk in and they're like, "You need a beer," and I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, dog.
That's kind of dope.
And they clean that shit for like the life of your shit.
Yeah, that's tight.
Which is tight. So I mean, it was a tight little jewelry spot.
I be struggling wearing this thing. I'm not a jewelry wearer, and my job, I'm not allowed to wear jewelry.
Yeah, so you gotta take it
I
off.
usually forget to even put these on. But I keep it on this little chicken and where I wash dishes at. So I'm like, if I see it, I'm like, let me put that on.
Yeah, if my ring's on the chicken.
Yeah, it's on the chicken.
I think we do have the same one. I got the most low profile ring I could get.
Me too.
I play a lot of guitar, so like I don't like it like tapping on things.
Yeah.
So I remember when I first had to start wearing a ring. This is gonna sound cheesy, but I got like a little thin gauged wire, and I put it on. Just to get used to it.
Oh, Frank.
I had to get used to it, man. Yeah. I don't like stuff on my hands.
I put it on. I was like, well, I got to go work. Let me take it off. And then I forgot to put it on for like a month.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops. Yeah. It's like, I do remember to put it on when if it's like we go to an occasion. Yeah. So I'm like, so people know we married.
Yeah.
So she ain't like just looking like, oh, them pictures are going to be bad because your hand's going to be showing without that ring.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We go to a family event and they're like, where your ring, Quincy? Like, I don't know.
Mine's bad. So, like, talking about rings, like, I don't ever take mine off for any activity. So when I'm cooking all the time, when I'm cutting stuff up, when I'm grinding stuff, when I'm working on things.
You got the salmonella in there.
Dude, nah, man, my ring just looks like it's an heirloom. It looks like it's been passed down for generations. Like, I've taken it and gotten it clean before, and they're like, oh, has this been in the family? I'm like, nah. And then they clean it, and Lauren will be like, dang, that looks really nice. Yeah. Next day, it looks like shit again. Because I don't even care. I'm like, I just do normal stuff. Like, I'm just living. And then I'm like thinking, like, when I see how banged up this ring is, I'm looking at my hands like, how you shit's not gone yet?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. It's wearing this metal down.
Calluses everywhere. Doesn't matter.
Mine nice and round still. I barely wear it.
Yeah.
I used to wear it working out for a hot second, but I bought one of them rubber ones eventually. And then I forgot to wear them too, so I just stopped wearing them.
See, we're talking about rings now. We've got the snow crazy, and it's not even snowing.
No.
None.
Because we know something might be coming. That's the thing. We talking shit, but something might come.
It could.
But most likely it might not.
But so many things could just maybe happen.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't know.
If you think about the time limit on that they put on this, it's like this was already supposed to start yesterday, like, what, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock? Mm-hmm. And it didn't do anything.
I saw somebody post something.
It got warmer.
Yeah. So somebody posted something the other day that was really funny. It was like an infographic meme or whatever, like where it was just like expected 0 to 82 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Anytime between now and like 3 months or something like that. It's like, that's kind of the situation.
Yeah.
But like the ultimate troll. So like, for those of you that don't know, my wife and I own a coffee company. So we do coffee roasting. We also have a coffee shop in downtown Muncie, and so a lot of people in downtown Muncie are like already preemptively canceling or closing their businesses for the next day with the anticipation of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, man, wouldn't that be just the ultimate Muncie troll if like it just didn't even snow?
Yeah.
Like at all.
Yeah.
Like everybody just goes ahead and closes, and then it's just like, never mind.
Yeah.
Like it just
People
rains.
start walking out in shorts.
Yeah, it doesn't even ice. Yeah. There's no ice at all. It's just rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it probably won't be that, but that would just be like Muncie weather 9000. Like if for those of you that aren't in Muncie and haven't experienced the weather here, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's literally insane.
Stupid with the weather.
Yeah, we get all the seasons in like a day sometimes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Allergies be trash.
Yeah,
tomorrow I'm about to be like,
right. And your closet is always confused because you can't ever just be like, I'm putting away the winter clothes.
Yeah. We got a tote
clothes
in our closet that's half open because we got to dig in it for short sometime. You know what I mean? Like it's getting hot.
Most people's closets in the Midwest look like you just stole luggage from an airport. It's just a bunch of random shit.
Yeah.
It's like, some tropical stuff. Yeah. Interesting. Wonder where they were going. And then it's like some parkas for going in deep Siberia or something like that. It's crazy. And you can't, I mean, it's just what it is. You just get used to it.
Yeah.
I've never settled and been like, no. We're comfortably in winter now. No.
Especially this year.
See, that's why I don't have it on now, but I'm normally wearing like a hoodie and a vest.
I got on a beanie toboggan. I mean,
you got to go. But
I got long johns under these jeans right now.
Dude, you were gonna combust. You're gonna combust, man. It is not cold enough. See, man, my thing is like the vest is tight because you don't ever get too hot.
Yeah.
But then you're also okay if it gets a little cold. But I still haven't committed to the whole winter jacket. Yeah. I've worn a proper winter jacket once since winter started, and that was like it was legit cold that day. It was like like when you breathe in outside and it just hurts.
Yeah.
Like
It just frees your lungs.
yeah,
immediately.
just you hear cracking. You're like,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh no.
See, I broke out my winter coat, but it's just because I work late. So, when I get
You don't
off,
know
it's
what's gonna
like,
happen.
yeah. And it's usually kind of cold enough to be all right.
Yeah, it takes a turn.
Yeah. But, I got a lot of boots. And once I commit to the boots, I commit to everything else.
Yeah. Quincy does have a lot of boots. He's
man.
got an extensive and elaborate boot collection.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
See, I'm
I got
lazy.
a fresh pair on right now.
I know,
I just cracked.
Look at them. They're crisp. Look at you're going to pull something.
Look at that. I just popped them boys out today.
Guess what?
Look at that.
He didn't stretch before he did this.
No, I didn't. My hip popped. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, man. I need to be better about like taking care of his shoes and clothes and stuff. I'm bad at it.
I just started.
I'm terrible. My clothes all get destroyed like instantly.
If you seen all my Converse, they almost all trash. I got 2 pair of nice Converse. Every other one is trash, but I like them.
I'll
like
get a
them
new
dirty.
pair of shoes and I'll be like, man, I need to keep these things nice. I'm
Yeah.
mowing the grass and 10 minutes later wearing the same shoes. And
Yeah.
I'm like, why did I do that? Like, I'm trying not to let my clothing dictate how I want to live my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. It doesn't work. I'm bad with clothes. The only thing I take care of is like cookware. I take care of my knives.
Yeah.
I take care of
there you go. We back on subject. See, that's a thing. Cooking aside, as being a challenge for people that scare them away. If anything, the thing that's kind of scary about cooking, you're just knocking your mic out.
I just try to drink coffee over here and I'm banging into the microphone.
But the thing that's to me the hardest about cooking is taking care of the things you cook with, like skillets and knives and stuff. And that to me is the biggest kind of like, okay, I really got to put some work in to make sure these stay right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I think the thing that a lot of people get into is you just get too much of stuff. And it's easy to get too many things when you're cooking because, like, you get this bullshit value that gets pushed onto you by, like, grocery stores and stuff like that. They're like, hey, buy this 20-pan set.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit, for $300, I could have 10 pans.
Yeah, like I ain't even need all these pans.
And then this other place is like, for $300, you can get this one pan. And you're like, well, why get the one pan when I can have 10? Except those 10 pans are dog shit. And you don't need them. They're just going to eat up space. You're going to use like 2 of them. And like, they all suck.
Yeah.
You're
they got that Teflon.
You've divided
Teflon.
your money
Yeah.
over 10 things. And they all suck.
Yeah.
And they get in your way. So just buy the things that you need when you need them. And buy the best thing you can buy at the time. I'm not saying the
you
best.
ain't even gonna use, like, you get the big pan set and you really only use like 1 or 2 of the pans in it. You know what I mean? The other ones are just sitting still brand new. You got that pan that's like this big.
You're
like,
cook one
what do I
egg.
do with that?
You don't even have a burner that works with that. It's just gonna melt the handle. Yeah, don't buy pan sets, please. It's not
just
good
get
for
a
you.
single joint.
Buy each one individually.
Yeah,
And if
get you a
don't need
nice
it,
cast iron.
Yeah.
And then get you like a regular
get
skillet.
a Dutch oven, man. Get one of those things like the enamel coated cast iron is fantastic.
Yeah.
But get the best that you can get of what you need, and then add as you need to. Don't get a set. It's dumb. Knives are the same way. Don't buy a knife set. They're gonna rip you off on steak knives. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Just buy your knives a la carte.
I always cut my steaks up before I eat them anyway. Like I ain't sitting at my table like cutting my steak, eating it. Like I already cut it and place it on my plate with the big ass knife I got.
Yep, I rest it.
Then it's just they're easy to eat. Just go at it, man.
Absolutely, man.
Who cut their steaks anymore? Some people.
You just eating it with your hands.
Yeah, just eating it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Speaking of knives, how's that that Japanese?
I ain't used it yet.
You just keeping it in the what is it in a case?
It's nice. It's still in the box. I keep pulling it out and showing people.
Yeah.
It's nice, man. That's a nice knife.
I got Quincy one of those what is it, Damask steel or whatever it's called, where it's like folded like a ninja sword.
Yeah, it's dope.
And I was like, man,
I ain't.
we're
It's
doing
so
this.
thin too. I was like, this.
Man, you got custom stuff. I need some feedback.
Man, I'm scared. I want to save it for something special. I just don't know what. It's so damn nice.
Man, there's nothing that you save to be special. You just put it to use.
Man, honestly, I just want to do that thing where I set a tomato on the table
you
and
don't even move it?
just like kind of just do one of these.
Okay, well,
things,
you
know
make
what
a
I'm
bunch
saying?
of Nom Syndicate weird Instagram videos. You cutting still fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
It's so nice, man. It's sharp as hell too. I about cut myself showing somebody how sharp it was.
This is where we've gotten to at this point. We just He's got knives he's not even using.
Yeah, man.
You got to use it, man.
It's so nice.
It's meant to be used.
I know.
That's like making delicious food to look at.
Yeah.
You got to eat it.
Oh, man, it's just so nice.
That's why I like that one dude, that Armory or whatever his name is, that does the chocolate work on Instagram. Or yeah, he's on Instagram. He's got a show now on Netflix, which is dope.
It's good.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah,
and it's good because it's like educational and it's not just like weird drama.
That's
shit.
what I was about to say. I like that people don't get. It's a competition.
Yeah,
but it's like a grading scale, and it's like. Yeah, he's like, the people who lose the first thing, they get to get right back in it. It's like, okay, now you got to set off. You can't do this joint, but you get to learn a little bit. Then you hop in again.
get redemption in education.
It's real good.
And
I liked it a lot.
He shows you what you messed up, man. He's great.
Yeah.
But his big thing on Instagram was he'd create these massively elaborate like situations, and then as soon as he shows you this thing, you're like, God damn, that took forever. That was amazing.
Yeah.
He breaks that shit open and eats it, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Like he kills it the moment he's done, and I'm like, that's so great. Like that is awesome. You took all that time. You did the thing.
Man. He do some big pieces too.
Yeah. If you guys don't, what's that show called?
Hell if I know. I
something
just watched.
Chocolate.
We binged like the whole thing in a night too.
Yeah, it's something.
And we
chocolate.
was hating too. We was hating. I didn't like the people in the finale that at the end. I didn't want the chick. I didn't like the chick.
Why not?
Man, she just had something snobby about her at the beginning that kind of it turned me. But then I started liking her a little bit. But then I liked the dude.
Which girl was it?
The one of the final people.
Yeah, but man, there was like a bunch.
The redhead, the big redhead lady. Her and her husband had a restaurant and it closed due to COVID. And
I like the one girl that was a stripper.
The black chick?
Yeah. She was great.
Yeah, she
came in hot and then she got tempered. No, she did great.
She came in. She was making a rolling pin out of chocolate. It was like you would think the easiest thing. It was so horrible.
Oh yeah.
But then she redeemed herself.
Yep.
She redeemed herself. Like out of all of them, she had the best growth.
Yeah,
as far as like being. You was pretty trash when it came to chocolate at the beginning, but then you kind of was like, okay, I got it now. He kept the chick I didn't like kept hating on her. Yeah, the chick I didn't like kept hating on her because they kept pumping her up because she was polishing shit so good. They was like, I've never seen somebody polish chocolate that good. Like all her little thing, like that was her main thing. Once she figured it out, that bra was polishing every damn thing. Like she was shining, buffing it. Like they do a whole piece. It was like her, and I think her and that redhead chick, they had to do a piece together, and it's like. It was the redhead chick's design and idea and stuff. She was the main one doing it. The other girl was helping. But the biggest compliment was the fact that this girl polished some chocolate, and that chick was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I thought it was a pretty good series, man.
I loved it. Yeah,
I was into it, man.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job of like explaining the science and what was going on and giving everybody like a fair shot at getting through it.
I like how they did the glass or the sugar,
domes.
Sugar domes. That was dope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, I loved it, man.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I think we've tackled a good amount of.
We can definitely talk about this some more. There was a lot of asides, but it is all because of the winter, man.
Basically,
this fake winter.
Today's crazy. We got a fake blizzard thing going on, and we'll see what happens. More on that later. But as far as the kitchen as a classroom, like today, just like understanding that it is a place to take risks, and that you as long as you are geared to learn from failures, you will be set up for success. If you learn from a failure, then it's not a failure. It's just a stepping stone. So like it's about trying new things, and if it doesn't work out, seeing what happened and seeing how you could possibly improve upon that, and then maybe it'll mess up, but in a different way the next time.
Troubleshoot.
Keep going. And if you just keep doing that, and you don't focus on like, well, I want to be like, you're not trying to focus on like being the best immediately.
Yeah.
But if you just always focus on the next time you do it being better than the last time you did it, eventually you'll do that so many times that you won't even realize how much ground you've covered.
Yeah.
And you're going to be fantastic. So just keep doing that stuff and you're good to go. So, and as a good thing that you could do, you can also join the Nom Syndicate group on Facebook and share your creations.
Yeah.
And don't be scared to share about it because it's
and
fun.
share our shit.
Yeah, share our shit while you're at it. But come into the group post your food, ask questions, do that. That's what this group is for. It's everybody's fucking around. Everybody's finding out. We're all doing that shit. And we're going to be announcing some food challenge stuff here in the next couple of days, probably shortly after this episode drops, to try to create some like creative limits on cooking in the group. So like we might post some like ingredients or some. We've got some things up our sleeves.
Yeah, try to mix it up.
There will be a video.
Yeah.
And it'll be like the challenge and see what we'll prototype it and see how it goes. Just like with cooking, you're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to do the same thing in this group with these challenges.
Yeah, we figuring it out.
We're gonna mess it up, and then we're gonna make it better.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably mess it up again because that's just the way it goes. You just got to try.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that's all we've got for today.
Love you.
And hopefully y'all are safe. And hopefully maybe it'll snow.
Yeah,
we'll
maybe it'll snow.
If not, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, let's put in a guess. Right now it's 5:26. What's your guess? Do you think there's going to be snow tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Come on, predict the future.
I think it's going to snow. I think it's going to snow late Thursday. Like maybe okay, early. I say early Friday because I got a feeling it's gonna snow when I have to go to work.
Okay,
I gotta go back to work.
Logical.
So I'm gonna say it's gonna snow probably about 1 or 2 in the morning, kind of light, and then it's gonna pick up like probably about 2 in the afternoon. That's what I think. And then I might be having to drive through a little blizzard on the way to work.
All right,
that's what I say.
You've heard it here. Quincy knows that it's only gonna snow to spite him.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Because it's not snowing to spite me right now. Because now I got a house full of girls.
I'm counting on it.
I gotta pay attention to, man. Yeah.
All right. Well, if
can't
you
even
guys
play
have
Halo
been...
right now.
Yeah, you could be.
Yeah, I could be playing Halo. But I gotta teach. I'm a teacher now.
I'm teaching.
Yeah.
You're not even getting paid for it.
I ain't even getting paid for it, man.
Well, for those of you that are stuck at home, e-learning with your kids because there is maybe going to be a snowstorm, we feel for you.
Yeah.
But on that note, we're going to get out of here. So we'll check you next time. Peace.